The views of Adrian and Ashley Majestic does not reflect the views and opinions of the Slacking Majestically show, its producers, or its writers. We talk about issues and topics that may be deemed offensive. This show contains adult language and situations. Viewer discretion is advised, motherfucker.
And welcome back, folks, to the show that I keep promising to bring on board, but weeks later, months later, it's finally back. Welcome to the fourth installment. This is fourth?
I finally came back from being on the run.
This is the fourth installment of the critically acclaimed, ever controversial, most popular show in podcast land. Welcome to the Slacking Majestic show. Jesus, pounding on a crutch. This is Adrian.
This is why I'm the fucking star of the
And
goddamn
this
show.
is Ashley Majestic. Welcome back, Ashley. How are you?
Fantabulous, and I'm drinking an energy drink. It's good to be back. I've been, once again, absent the last few weeks. Life has gotten in the way. We are definitely trying to go back to being a weekly schedule, but with it being the holidays and and all the other shit, going to try to be back weekly. Forgive me, it's the second time apologizing. If there's a third time, we will have a contest to throw pies at Adriana. So, yeah.
They need to take their birth control so that they're back in sync.
And once again, I would like to introduce you to our special guest of the week.
There may be some slapping.
This is Veronica. Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Drum roll. Hi.
Wow, that was great.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Oh, this is going to be a shit show of a podcast.
Oh,
yes.
Jesus. Now,
I'm fantastic.
Now, Veronica is a good old friend of ours back in the working days. We won't say which place it was.
Not old, though, but I'm young.
She's all right.
Younger than Adrian.
Fuck you. Anyhow, she's one of the good people here. We decided to bring her on. This is part of the show where I'm going to skip out and I'm going to sit back. And I'm
you're a part of this.
So I'll get my plugs in out of the way. Of course, to find our lovely show that we keep promising to put out, but we never do. It's under podbean.com, under Walker AC. Thank you. Walker AC 76. You can find
because
us on
he won't
YouTube
fucking
as
change
well.
it.
You can find us on YouTube as well under Walker AC. And Ashley, you have all the passwords. You can log into the shows and change
But
them
you're
as
supposed
well.
to change
That
it
was
on
YouTube,
Podbean.
not RedTube.
Well, I don't watch RedTube, not in front of you guys. Anyhow.
Obviously, you know about it, or you have to say you don't watch it.
You guys missed that high five. So I am going to stand back. I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and I'll let them two go at it.
No, we need you part of this. You are going to put your input in this.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, Veronica,
Yes.
tell the wonderful people out there about you.
There's not really much for her to say.
No stage fright. Come on. You're
I'm
part of this
Veronica.
now.
I work in retail sales at a phone company.
She used to work with us.
I used to work with them.
Do the people
Glad-
really care?
glad I'm out
It's
of
me
there.
that they
No,
care about.
they really don't care because she's bringing such energy to the show. And so, Ashley, tell us about your day.
It was fucking fantabulous. You know, it was great. I mean, I realized that at work I've met way beyond my bonus goal, and I will have a really great bonus next year.
Good Christmas presents. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I found out why my manager doesn't come back to talk to me as much anymore. When I asked him, I said, why don't you come back and, hang out and talk with me as much? He's like, because every time I come back here and talk to you, you fucking roast me. And I'm like, true.
If they only knew. If they only knew.
I'm a fucking delight.
Oh, yeah, she's modest. She's very modest with that, folks, as well.
Get off your fucking phone. God damn it, you're on the podcast.
We invited her on this show, and she just doesn't really say anything now. She just stares at her phone, makes little quips, makes little sound effects.
But
I don't know what to say.
I'm so sorry for the viewers that are just listening to, like, what the fuck is going on right now? And
We brought in the third party. She does nothing. I mean,
What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed
Oh,
You're not
to...
asking me questions.
we did, when you were just like, I work in retail and
Fine.
sales.
I'm not
Good.
interesting.
You are interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us something interesting
She's
about
interesting,
Veronica.
Warren.
What do you do for fun? What do you like to do? What are your goals? Why do you want to be part of this show today? What brings you here?
I thought there was going to be margaritas.
That's for tomorrow night, and I told you that.
We're definitely not recording that part, though. So we brought you here because we wanted energy between you two. I mean, please tell me how you guys met. Uh-oh.
So, I met Ashley at... Did they know where we worked?
You can say it. It's okay.
I met Ashley at racetrack.
They're not listening.
The track of the race. the gas station.
She drove me up the fucking wall for so fucking long.
Yeah, she was my boss who wasn't a boss.
I am a fucking boss.
Even though Adrian was a boss, technically.
Yeah, we did.
Then
I
you
was the
listened to
fucking
Adrian.
boss.
Yeah, and you didn't like me very much because I had you do various things around the store. You didn't like me.
Poor
very much.
Adrian had to deal with me when he had to come in for night shift. I'm pretty sure some of the gray hairs are due to me. And
You got mad at me the first couple weeks we worked together.
because you nitpicked every little fucking thing.
And I threw food at
Anal
one of your
Adrian?
associates.
Anal Adrian?
Did I throw food at one of my associates?
No, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, and you yelled at me and told me not to do that. Because
What'd
that
you
wasn't
throw?
very check. I threw a banana at this one girl who was who put in her 2 weeks. And she just stood behind the counter and worked the register.
I honestly
For the
don't
last 2
fucking
weeks.
remember that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, for the last 2 weeks, and I forgot her name. She stood behind the register and at Cape Canaveral, and she did nothing. And I gave her a hard time. I threw bananas at her, and you got mad at me and told me not to do that.
Had to
And
throw
that's
that dick
it.
down. Banana dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Red
no,
tip.
I have a joke, but I can't say it.
I did not make that correlation. So,
I have a joke, but I can't say it because it's racist.
thank you. Racism on a podcast.
Wow,
Wonderful.
great.
All right.
That's why I didn't say it.
Hey, we're gonna get famous now.
Yay!
Yeah, dick jokes are great. Racist jokes are not. Okay. Anyhow, so please go ahead and say it, Veronica. Out
No.
with it. Go on, out with it.
I will not say it.
Come on. It's a show. Everybody's listening. Everybody wants to know what racist joke you're going to make.
I'm not going to say it.
So anyway, I'd like to make an announcement that in the future, hopefully in the near future, we will do a podcast recording with us drinking. Clap, Adriana.
I don't drink.
I said clap.
I don't drink. I will sit back and listen to you guys.
Oh, we'll
let the
get
story
shit
fly.
faced. Oh no, we'll pregame before we even start recording.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. So please, tell me a good story about Ashley. Now, it doesn't have to be work related. It could be anything. I
Every
wanna
fucking
hear-
story about me is fucking great.
Oh,
But
good
go
Lord.
on.
Go ahead, please. By all means, tell me a good story about Ashley.
Yeah, tell him a good story about Veronica.
I've heard plenty of good stories about you, but please tell me something about her.
I don't know.
We bring
Where's a
her
fucking
on.
banana to throw at her right now? 'Cause I'm...
We bring her on. We have dead space. Come on, tell me a good story about your bestie.
I mean, my bestie's just awesome, and every story is a good story when we're together.
See, that's why she's my best friend. She fucking recognizes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll give me
I
one.
mean, my life wouldn't be complete without her. She's gonna cry.
I am, because you know what? It's just finally good to hear someone actually say what I've been saying all my life.
I just keep it well hidden. I keep it very well hidden for the show. After the show, I pour my heart out of my feelings. And
I understand. If my ego gets any bigger, you know, it's going to explode, and, you know, that's what's going to create the second Big Bang.
You're gonna
Absolutely.
just have to get a bigger truck.
doo-doo. So Ashley, tell me a story about Veronica, since she's so just animated and so with us today.
I came up with a story.
Go ahead.
So,
Give it a shot.
You
so
came up with the story?
yeah, we went to go find a hookah lounge one night,
Yes.
and
I shall sit back.
it would appear that there's no more hookah lounges in our area because the one that we had closed down because they're lame, and I think they had asbestos. But so we went out to Orlando and we were looking for hookah lounges, and we didn't end up finding any. So we just searched the nearest one and we went to it, and it was a very, very out of nowhere hookah lounge.
I think I need to tell a story because you're already getting some details messed up.
Yeah, all right, go for it.
Okay, so I love you to death. I love her.
She's
Trust
running
me.
the story.
Because so many times. Okay, for one, we were going to have like BFF date night, and we went to Norwoods in New Smyrna Beach and had drinks there. And then from there, we wanted to go do something, but we didn't want to just go to a billiards bar and play darts because we do that every fucking weekend already.
Yeah.
So then we decided, let's find a hookah lounge. We decided there was none. The closest one was in Daytona Beach. So guess where we decided to fucking go? We go to Daytona Beach and we find, it's called the Lion's Den in Cocoa Beach. You should go check it out. They have some crazy events, and we showed up. We didn't know they were having an event night. A bunch of
As a rapper.
aspiring rappers that go up on stage and perform. So when we show up, the bouncer's asking for our cover charge. And we're like, what? And he's like, are you guys not here for the show? No, we are two lost fucking white girls that had no the fuck idea where we are. And they're like, okay, yeah, and he just guided us through the crowd, and said, okay, they're here for the hookah pipe. And we were smoking outside, and bullshitting our way and trying to get freebies and stuff, of course. And we actually got a free drink.
They gave us this like Jamba Juice. I don't know what the
yeah.
fuck was in it, but it tasted like there was one of everything at the dollar liquor store.
But it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was strong.
Yeah, I actually still follow them on Instagram too. So I mean, we haven't been back, but
Yeah.
it was kind of a crazy night. It was like it's in the plaza, like South Daytona Beach area, and it was just a random. And that's the kind of stuff I dig. Like what we go do. It's like let's just
Spontaneity.
yeah.
Now, last time I was in Daytona Beach was I went there with a young lady who I got introduced to by my good friend Mike. He wanted me to hook up with her, so he took all us to a concert. He took us to see this group I never even heard of because I'm black, named Flock of Seagulls.
I'm white. I've never heard of them.
Exactly.
I'm white. I never heard of them.
It's an old 70s band.
Why don't you know about them?
No, I'm not that old. And yeah,
He's 42. He is that fucking old.
Yeah, thanks. I wouldn't tell my age on the show. Yeah, we just see Flock of Seagulls. It was the worst show ever. The worst show ever, full of these old guys playing bongos and guitars and singing these horrible songs. It was myself, my friends, and 5 other people. In this little lounge listening to Flock of Seagulls for 2 hours.
Did you give her the popcorn surprise?
No, actually.
Watch out for the butter.
It's scary that you know
It's
the
a
popcorn
little salty.
surprise. It's really scary that you know the popcorn surprise trick.
We're girls. We know all the fucking tricks, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Even though we're only 16.
And I'm
I don't know
15,
about
yeah.
you, but I'm feeling 22.
Shut up.
Anyhow, another story. Please, by all means, don't involve me in this. I'm just telling my side.
You know what? When we went to the haunted jail trail.
Yeah, that was a night.
Yeah, that was actually
I
pretty
defaced public property.
She did. We showed up there. We never checked the weather because, you know, we just don't care. And so we get there and we already get on the bus that takes us from the county jail to the woods where the haunted jail trail.
This is a bus that actual prisoners like get transported on. So like it was already kind of creepy.
Wait, before I continue, when we were on the bus going there was these little preppy girls
Like
in front of
15s.
us. Remember with the hand sanitizer thing? What did you say to them?
Freak, what did I say? I don't know. Oh, I told them it wasn't full of soap. I told them it was full of the jailbirds cum.
Wow.
And she was like freaked the fuck
Oh,
out.
that's not hand sanitizer, that's a jizz machine.
That was so funny. She's like, yeah!
And she was blonde too, so it was even more funny because she believed it.
But you're blonde, so that, I mean,
But
you
she was
realize
like
you
a
boys have this
13-year-old
shit.
blonde girl, so it's funnier.
Oh, true. And, well, anyway, so we get there, and we go and pay for our tickets, and we get up to the very front to wait for our group's next turn to go through and start sprinkling.
We're already standing on grass.
And then it starts pouring down, fucking raining, and there's absolutely no cover at all. And because it's not thundering and lightning, they're not going to cancel it. So it's pouring down, raining.
Ashley's wearing a white shirt.
No, I was wearing a white shirt. I was wearing a very thin,
Light colored shirt.
light colored shirt. I was soaked through the fucking bone. Yeah, Max, right? You didn't hear it. My dog just did a little sleeping growl thing, weird noise. He's like a black 4-legged Chewbacca. So it's a black Labrador.
You were wearing a light shirt. It was raining.
And so we're soaked to the bone, and I'm really fucking cold. And yeah, you can very much tell what type of bra I'm wearing. And there's a bunch of teenagers around us, so I felt really comfortable about this. I mean, there's a bunch of adults. I'm like, yeah, woo! But it's teenagers around us mostly, and other families. So when we finally go through, her and I are in front of the line already. By this point, it stopped raining anymore. Let me be clear, I am a chicken shit when it comes to scary shit.
And I'm quite the opposite. It's
Yeah.
hard to make me scared.
I'm like constantly grabbing her hand arm. She's like, let go of me. I was like, no! We stayed together. And because I love scary stuff, I love watching scary movies, but I'm just a chicken shit when it comes to it. And so, of course, we get these pop scares and freaking out. She's like, oh, I see them. And then occasionally she would get the little jump scare and but I'm the one that's a baby.
I would not be scared.
And I remember one part where we're going through one of the little haunted little houses, because this is a 45-minute walk. So this is
This
probably
is the last house. This is the exit house.
yeah, this is towards the exit, and you're going through, and then there's this guy that's dressed as fucking Scream, and this guy's probably 6.5 feet tall, and he just scares the fuck out of me.
He's
and then
handsome.
You don't know if he's handsome.
He looked handsome. He was 6 foot something.
His voice wasn't so bad, though.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we're trying to go back around, and they're like, oh, no, that's not the way you come. And then we're going about the other way. And they're like, oh, no, that's not it. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then they have the dry ice machine going, and then you can't see anything in front of your fucking face.
Yeah, you really can't see anything.
And the Scream guy is standing right behind me and he kept saying this shit.
You left out a detail.
What?
There was a group of like 6 people. It was me in the front because they wanted me to lead, and then
no, that's the one before then, because we went through one little tunnel, like a air balloon.
The fog is the one that I led us through.
No, that was the second one. The first one, it was kind of like a think of like the bounce houses, but everything's all blown up, so you're bumping into stuff, and we had to grab onto the chain. Because that's how they guide us through, is like you were holding on to the chain.
No. That was with the dry ice one with all of the fog and stuff.
Yeah, but then the other one, it was just the two of us. You
don't have to hold a chain in the bubble palace.
The other one, we were holding a chain because they gave it to us. Okay. And we were holding a chain. The second one, it was just the two of us, and then they started pulling in the dry ice machine when we're already in there. And then you're already in the exit, like going out, like you're gone from me because you're a horrible best friend. Let go of my fucking hand. Your hand
was too sweaty; you couldn't hold on.
It's the humidity, and I was wet by being with you.
Oh.
Adriana's face during all of this. So he like standing behind me, and then I hear Veronica. She's like, bitch, where are you? I was like, bitch, fucking come get me, fucking hot sounding Scream guy won't leave me the fuck alone. Finally get out of there, and we're towards the end, and we think we're good and clear, and this random guy who's not even in costume, he jumps out of the fucking trees and scares the fuck out of me. As we're walking away, he's like, oh, have a good night. I was like, you don't get to fucking say that. I think that was a really fun night. It was very random, and then we go to the food truck and we eat some yummy food.
Oh, very nice.
Where's food truck food?
They gave me 3 bags of chips instead of 1 bag of chips. I was very happy.
Because they found you adorable, that's why.
No, because they knew that I needed it.
Oh, yes, yeah, could her so fast.
They saw her ass, and they're like, damn, she needs like 3 bags of chips. Give her some.
So I do have a question for you, Veronica. Since you are a special guest, most of the stuff's going to be on you.
I thought you were going to say special needs.
Most of the stuff's going to be on you. The rest of it's going to hit the wall.
I have towels on the floor, just in case.
Oh, is that what that black couch is for?
No problem. What is your passion? What's something you like to do? What are the things that makes Veronica happy?
Motorcycling, scuba diving, camping.
Now, how'd you get into scuba diving?
My parents gave me a gift certificate because they knew I've always wanted to do it.
I was there when it happened. Sorry. I was part of this moment in her life.
Yeah, my parents gave me a $500 gift certificate to the diving shop near me.
Nice.
I thought that was going to get me very far, but that ended up only buying literally the class and the book.
And that's it.
Yeah, for $500, I've spent over $2,000.
Now, what do you like most about it? I mean, like, do you have any fears going into it, or?
No fears.
Yes. Well, you got a motorcycle, so nothing scares you anytime soon. So.
Well, I've always kind of been a fish, so I've always wanted to go underwater and like breathe underwater. So. It was really cool. The one thing I can say that has scared me. Okay, so this was probably my 15th trip to Pompano Beach. We went down to this dive wreck called the Sheridan, and so it's like a boat underwater, sunk, like barnacles and stuff all over it. And then there's still like rooms, like it was still a boat with rooms. Anyway, right. So we're creeping inside this boat, and you go through one of the passageways, and there's just this open room, and there's just one tiny animal in the center of it. It's a barracuda. And barracudas, I don't know if you've ever seen one, but in person, but they can stay so still, so neutrally buoyant in the water. They look like they're just a statue. So I didn't think it was a real fish. And so I started going in the room, and then the instructor grabs my fin and pulling me out. He's like you can't see me, but he's because you're underwater. But he was just shaking his head don't go in there. And I was like, okay. And then he ended up getting a really good picture of it. And when we got back up to the boat, he showed it to me. He's like, yeah, you can't go in their territory or else they'll attack you. I was like, okay, that was fun.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah.
Now, of course, other than that, you got motorcycling. Have you had any accidents yet?
Yeah. I was not on this bike. So I had a Ninja 300 to start out, and that thing was down 6 times.
Now I remember your first motorcycle you got. That was probably the one.
The 300.
Yep, we came into work. You told
Yeah.
me. You came into work and told me you laid it down.
Yeah, well, okay, so the first time I laid it down was the day I got it in the parking lot because I'd never been on a bike before and I just wanted to, like, you know, just sit on it and stuff. But the guy put the kickstand up and didn't tell me and plopped right over. And another time I pulled into racetrack, and I don't know if you viewers know anything about motorcycles or whatever, but when you put the kickstand down, it's like a kill switch, or you have the other option of hitting the actual kill switch on the right handlebar. Usually I just put the kickstand down, because you put the kickstand down and kill the bike, two birds, one stone kind of thing. But for some reason, I decided to kill it with my the handlebar and didn't put the kickstand down, got right off of it. Well, shit. Bike's on the ground. And my clutch bent in, so there were these guys in the parking lot. They had, like, hammer, and of course they see a girl with a motorcycle down. Oh, God, everybody's got to go hover around her and make sure she's cool and whatever. But they helped me bend out the clutch so I could ride home. But the first real accident I was in on a motorcycle was going down A1A. This is, like, only a month and a half after, you know, learning how to ride. So, I mean, I'm already kind of nervous.
So many dirty jokes playing in my head, but go on.
This is my co-host. Yeah, go ahead.
A1A is the beach line, and it was really, really windy, and I was going like 60, and there was construction on the road. It was windy. I don't know if you guys know a lot about bikes, but the 300's very light, and so I was moving all over the road with the wind, and I was kind of getting freaked out, so I decided to pull over, but the lanes were uneven. There was like about a 4-inch lip on the side of the road, and there was no signs, so went to pull over onto the shoulder and low-sided.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Now, any kind of hardcore injuries or just
no, I
bruises?
actually none of that, because I landed in the grass, rolled a little bit, and then my bike just slid, and I got up and I started laughing hysterically.
Now, see, one thing about Veronica that you will probably see, you know, from our guest here, is that she's all smiles, 24/7. She's happy perpetually all the time. And so,
No, not really. It's just when she's with me.
Yeah.
No, she's been happy around me. I never seen her angry.
Not as happy.
Get
as
the
a roast
fucking
beef,
banana.
though.
I've never seen angry. All the years I've known you, I've never seen you angry. Seriously.
You worked with me.
Yeah, never seen you angry. I've never seen you irritated.
Yeah.
But never seen you angry because you always smile all the time. This one, my co-host, yeah, need I say more? I'll definitely leave that alone.
I'm Scorpio, so
I'm a Scorpio too. How
I'm
are you?
a Taurus, and nothing gets along well with me,
Yeah.
as you can tell.
Taurus the Boris.
Yeah, we suck. So we get anger and hate all the time because my co-host constantly hates me, so it's great.
But I display my affection and care for people by being horribly mean to the point that you will possibly cry when you're driving back home.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're not crying and hugging your steering wheel, I am not a good friend.
I sobbed gently, mind you, gently into my steering wheel as I drove home.
Oh, Giles, gently. So I am obviously being a bad friend right now. I need to really step it up.
No, that was really the bad
I need to
side.
Google some mama jokes. Oh, your mama's so fat, Thanos has snapped his fingers twice. Bye. No disrespect to the mama. Just imaginary mama.
I don't know who Thanos is, but you know that's just.
What the fuck?
Get
Okay,
out. This
now
is
that-
our
Pause
podcast
this
now.
shit. We're gonna fucking fight right now. You
Now
don't
I
know
got
who
silence
Thanos?
here? Yeah.
You don't know
I'm
who
kidding.
Thanos?
I know who. I'm kidding. I
Who's
know who
Thanos?
is.
Prove it.
Who's
Big God who just kills people. with
What
his
color
fingers.
is he?
That's racist. He's
You can't just ask what color somebody is, Veronica. Goddamn.
He's an alien. What color is he?
It's different because in the comic books he's different in comic books. He's different color in the comic books versus the movie.
Well, what color is he in the movie that matters?
I didn't watch the movie. I read the comic books. There's the other unsettling silence you hear on this show right now.
Oh, that was unsettling sounds. I'm pretty sure they heard me take a shaky breath in because I'm trying to hold in my fucking rage.
I'll watch the movie.
What about Star Wars?
Have you ever seen Star Wars?
I watched the first 3. And then the one
He's
with
not
the
welcome in this home anymore.
You come in my house on the day of someone's daughter's wedding and you insult me.
But it makes us different, though. It makes us different.
No, that's you don't get to say that. How? First, you don't watch the goddamn Infinity War, and then you come in here and you don't even watch Star Wars, and yet you have me be your co-host.
What about Harry
Yo.
Potter? Have you ever watched Harry Potter?
I watched a porn Harry Potter.
Harry Pooter, fuck her in the cooter.
Well, I mean, okay, quick brief story.
Guardian Leviosa.
quick brief story. I used to work at Fairville Megastore years ago.
Yeah, we know.
Expelliarmus, slap the fuck out with it.
And if we had a camera, folks, if we had a camera.
We should do a live podcast where we're actually recording ourselves doing the recording.
Oh,
That's
that
not a
was scary.
podcast.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a podcast, Ben.
Huh?
That wouldn't be a podcast.
You can't, but there's
This
actually
is the
filmed
pod.
podcasts all the
I
time.
know. I'm just giving you a
So,
hard time.
no, I'm
By
so
definition, it wouldn't be a podcast.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes, I've seen Lord of the Rings.
Okay, what's another nerdy
Oh,
thing?
good lord.
The Hobbit is fucking Lord of the Rings.
That's what I meant.
I've seen Wizard of Oz.
We don't give a shit about that.
Ooh, you got a neat look from her.
No one sees the wizard, not no way, not no how. No, let's
Wizard of
answer the three
Oz.
questions first.
Okay, Wizard of Oz, Star Wars.
Well, duh.
Nobody gives a shit about the Wizard of Oz when
I
we talk
still
about
give
Star
a shit
Wars.
about the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but not in
The
comparison
Tin
to
Man
Star
just won the
Wars.
fucking heart. Okay, that shit will just bring you to tears. If I only had a brain, that relates to me so much.
Yeah,
It probably speaks to you too.
yeah.
Fucking blonde.
I'm sitting
You're
here.
like the Scarecrow and the Lion.
True. Actually, you know what? I prefer I'm the wizard.
So you're a liar.
Yeah.
Hardcore inferiority complex.
No, I'm very dramatic.
Exactly.
I am very dramatic, and
Yeah.
when people catch me when I'm in the middle of dramatic, I will try to kill them.
Pay no attention to Ashley behind the curtain.
Exactly.
Exactly. So what we're going
Pay all
to
the
do
attention.
as I break in continuity here, we're going to do a part 2 of this.
Oh.
Yeah, because we just only scratched the surface. So we're going to do a part 2 of this. Are you able to come back?
Will it be margaritas?
Can we do it tomorrow night?
Absolutely.
Fucking
Yeah.
yeah, part 2.
All right.
Yeah.
So, oh good lord, 27 minutes in, we already have a part 2. So we're going to welcome back Veronica for part 2. Because I think the podcast world's definitely owed another episode. So we're going to do one tomorrow.
I'll come up with topics so I'm not boring. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Once again, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you guys talk. Ashley, dirty jokes are flying. It's okay. It's no problem.
We'll be drunk, so
That's
it'll
not
be
the
more
only thing that's
interesting.
flying.
Yeah, and of course you do your racist jokes too, Veronica.
Money
Great.
shot.
Wow. Okay.
I hadn't thrown food at somebody.
So for Adrian,
Those bananas.
and for Ashley, and for our special guest Veronica, we will pick this up tomorrow.
And don't forget
Okay.
the featurette of my dog snoring in the background.
Absolutely. And of course we'll have more Star Wars references, and she'll get mad at me because I haven't seen all the
You
good
haven't
Star
told
Wars.
Shimano to fucking catch the fuck up on Star Wars and watching Infinity War. Wait, so did you even watch the trailer for part 2?
Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.